I recently made a video about Canadian English and how Canadian English has a grammatical construction that's not that common in other dialects, which is "I'm done my beer." And I talked about that and how it semantically differs from the more common "I'm done with my beer." And from the comments, I feel like this is the first time a lot of you have been exposed to linguistics. So I kind of want to give you guys a quick primer and address some of the comments I saw. Firstly, in linguistics, we talk about descriptivism, not prescriptivism. We describe language the way that it is actually used. We don't tell people how it should be used. That doesn't mean that we don't have our opinions. I know I have my pet peeves, words I hate, phrases I hate, but I don't expect other people to follow that. One of the things that a lot of the commenters pointed out is that at some point I used the word drank when they feel I should have said drunk. Fine, if that's how you want to talk, but you have to realize that these types of very minor tweaks that don't actually affect how you understood what I said, those are the language equivalent of a house rule. You know, like when you're playing Monopoly, some people, when you land on free parking, you get all the money from the middle of the board. That's not in the rule book. No one says you have to do that. If that makes it more fun for you, you're allowed to do it, but you can't go to someone else's house and expect them to follow your house rules. Languages are not created wholesale. The way that the language you speak got to the way that you speak it today is through a series of small changes. And I assure you, throughout all of history, those changes have always been resisted. The Romance languages, which we now see as marks of culture and sophistication, French, Italian, Spanish, they evolved out of a dialect of Latin called Vulgar Latin.